Do the first page of the handout. We're going to do the upper back muscles. Alright, so first we have the clavotrapezius on the back of the neck, the acromiotrapezius, which is roughly the shape of the scapular, and the spinotrapezius, which is on the upper back. So we have clavotrapezius, acromiotrapezius, spinotrapezius. We then have three deltoid muscles. We have this flap here, which is called the clavodeltoid. Some books also call it the clavobrachialis. We have the acromiodeltoid, which is roughly triangular shape. And then we have the oval-shaped spinodeltoid. Okay, be careful, all right? So again, we have clavotrapezius, acromiotrapezius, spinotrapezius, clavodeltoid, acromiodeltoid, spinodeltoid. In between the acromiodeltoid and the acromiotrapezius is the levator scapulae ventralis. Okay, so the same order, CAS, clavotrapezius, acromiotrapezius, spinotrapezius, clavodeltoid, acromiodeltoid, spinodeltoid, CAS. Don't confuse the levator scapulae ventralis here with the levator scapulae, which is found inside between the subscapularis and the splenius. This is the levator scapulae. Okay, you can see it on this side here. This is the levator scapulae. All right, everyone see that? And this is the levator scapulae ventralis. It's not the same muscle. Okay, so don't confuse them. Right, this is the levator scapulae ventralis. We then came to the deep muscles of the shoulder and upper back. Remember, we opened up the cat like this. When you do that, you could see the rhomboideus capitis, which goes to the back of the head. This long band here is called the rhomboideus capitis. Okay, this is rhomboideus capitis because capo means the head. And the deep muscle on the dorsal and lateral surface of the neck here is called the splenius. This is the splenius. So the splenius is underneath the clavotrapezius. You lift the clavotrapezius, and underneath is the splenius. So next to the splenius here, you see the rhomboideus capitis, which is going from the back of the scapula to the back of the head. And on the scapula itself, you could see the this is the spine of the scapular here. Above the spine of the scapular is the supraspinatus. Below the spine of the scapular is infraspinatus, because supra means superior or above the spine of the scapular. Infraspinatus means below the spine of the scapular. And on the lower border of the scapula here, you have the teres major. So it goes supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres major. On the underside of the scapular, in here, this is called the subscapularis because it's underneath the scapular. Okay, so all this in here, all of this on the underside of the scapular is called the subscapularis, right? So you have supraspinatus, infraspinatus, subscapularis on the underside of the scapular. And these are three of the four rotator cuff muscles. Remember I told you in one of the emails you have to know which muscles are part of the rotator cuff, which muscles are part of the quadriceps femoris, and which muscles are part of the hamstrings. So I could put a pin in, let's say, the supraspinatus or infraspinatus and or subscapularis. I could have you identify two or all three of them and say these muscles belong to a set known as blank, the rotator cuff or rotator cuff muscles. Okay, so those were the deep muscles of the upper back and shoulder region. Okay, so that was the first page of the review sheet.